Zoe. Great to see you this morning.
And Chris.
Great to see you. So it's an exciting weekend ahead. So Zoe and I actually met about 3 weeks ago when we discussed the possibility of doing a Christmas market and having an alternative platform for people to come and do their Christmas shopping on. And here we are this weekend.
I know, it seems to have come around so quickly as well, which is also scary because I've realised I've still got quite a bit of work to
There is still a lot to do, but it's great how it's come together. So let's hear a little bit about your business then. So if you just introduce yourself and what kind of business you've got and a little bit about how you started.
Well, our business is called Hepburn Hughes. I run it with my sister-in-law, Louise, but it's actually a business we took over from my father when he retired a couple of years ago. He did used to be a teacher, but then when he hit his mid into designing jewellery and as they say, it was history. So he came up with an idea to put old Spitfire planes into cufflinks, and then they sold really well. So he made a really good business out of it and used to do lots of fairs, him and my step. But when he got to 70, and so I think he wanted a rest.
Yeah.
Sort of wanted to see, I guess, Lou and I sort of take it a bit further than he did.
And move it on. Great.
So yes, we've been running it now for a couple of years. We both work it from home, sort of around adults and young kids. No, it all works.
Works well, yeah. And of course, I guess we'll see in a second with some of your products. I guess your trademark thing that you're famous for is the cufflinks, but you also have some other products as well.
We do, yes. Originally it started off with the cufflinks, maybe because it was a man. It was my dad designing it, so he sort of maybe more ideas than that. But then he sort of expanded it to do jewellery as well. So I guess our main sort of jewellery lines are the Clarice Cliff, and that we upcycle Clarice Cliff. And then I guess we focus a lot on things from the natural world, so like lots of ammonites,
yes,
and the meteorites.
Great, yes, and that's what. Yes, so let's have a look at one of your products now. Let's have a look at the. So I guess these is, as you say, where it all started. So talk us through your cufflinks here and how they.
So they're made from original pieces of Spitfire fuselage.
Yeah.
So what we do is we get you can get these kind of things sort of from all over. You can auction them on eBay. We actually use a company called Spares. So they always come with sort of authentication to prove they're the real thing. And then we have a silversmith sort of chop them up into small parts and set them in the sterling.
Yeah.
So we like to think that each of our products has a story behind it.
Well, and that's and your whole the whole upcycle thing. This is part of it, really, isn't it? I guess
it is. Yes.
Part of your
brand. We just we just try and think of anything that can be upcycled has sort of historical significance.
Yeah. And I have to say. Yeah, no, and it's the history bit that it of course there's the history of the Spitfire and the war is well known. The thing that I particularly liked.
It resonates with a lot of people, and for gifts, especially sort of around Christmas time or anniversary, people are struggling what to buy. I mean, I think a lot of the time they buy it just because of the significance of the piece, not necessarily because the person is sort of an avid cufflink wearer.
Yeah. And you get with the piece, you get so you get a certificate with it as well with the product.
You do. You get a certificate of sort of provenance to prove where it's from, and then also a gift card, which is what you can see in the photo there, which has that card has sort of the history of the Spitfire in it.
Oh, nice.
I could probably get some stuff next. So, for example, Spitfire ones in hand, but these are the Lancaster bomber ones that we have.
Oh yes, lovely. Yeah.
You have the history in it.
Yeah.
And then similarly for the Clarice Cliff.
Yeah, so similar format with the card. Yeah. So a lovely gift, really, and as you say, it's more the memory.
We like to think so.
That it makes for people. And of course, I have to say, I think one of of course, I knew you through LinkedIn about the cufflinks, and I think the one that really grabbed my attention was something in my history, which was when you upcycled the ZX Spectrum keys, because that's more
That got a
recent.
lot of attention. Yeah.
Yeah, because again, I mean, that was my, I mean, that, in fact, the ZX Spectrum was the one after me in terms, I was the one before in terms of what I cut my teeth on, but that was all my era when I was growing up. Um,
Yeah.
and to see that
Well,
now,
it'll be interesting to see if they sell actually, because we've got our first batch of those arriving hopefully next week.
perfect.
Because I think that was an idea, and this is the power of LinkedIn. That was sort of an idea generated from people on LinkedIn,
Oh, nice.
and yeah, it was kind of difficult to get your hands on a piece because actually they sell like working pieces still. So anyway, so we got some. So yeah, we'll see in the run up to Christmas.
Yeah, of course, yeah, because that that has got a significance for a lot of people
It has.
of my generation, I guess, because that was what we remember, and computers didn't really look like that 10 years later. They
No,
the,
they did.
the keys and the colours and everything else, they were very different in those very early, and probably uniquely British, I think, in that certainly that period in the computer history. So
Yeah, I mean, we do try and get a lot of British things. I suppose maybe probably get our hands easier.
yeah. So great. Well, that's really interesting on the story of the cufflinks and the backstory there. But you've also got wider jewelry there. So you've brought another piece in for us to look at today. This pendant.
This is so that's so anyone that's familiar with Clarice Cliffs, she was a sort of designer, focused a lot on sort of ceramics in the Art Deco era, so back in the 1920s.
Yes.
So we get broken pieces or sort of damaged plate. A lot is from her bazaar range. And again, yes, we sort of create designs and style pendant things and get them into jewellery. I've
Right.
got some.
Let's
I'll try and show you.
Yes.
I think I've got that exact piece. So you've got the identical piece. So it's got
perfect. Yeah.
the pendant, and then on the back you've got like the original writing.
Yeah. Lovely. And that's a unique design for you, is it?
It is, yes. Well, as far as we're aware.
Yes. Great. Great. Yeah. Which is where it is with the story, and again, do customers get a like a card with the product to explain?
Yeah. So they get a card and a certificate just to say how it was produced. So that all comes
with that.
in the.
And I believe you also, from a post I read recently, I don't know if you've got them in with you now, you've got new gift boxes arriving.
We have, yeah.
Great.
So these are the new gift boxes.
So we've got the new gift boxes, which look very very smart and classy.
So they've got our own branding on. So before that, we were just buying boxes and sort of sticking a label on that said.
So you've got them embossed now.
Yeah. So now we're gone.
Very, very good. Right. Very nice. Right. So that's good. And do you ship? Will you be shipping in time for Christmas here? What's your shipping turnaround?
We do. Well, we send everything next day because we have all the stock at hand. So we have sort of some of the stocks at my house, others at Lou's. So we send everything out sort of the day after it's ordered. We're a bit sort of at the mercy of Royal Mail at the
Nice.
So for anyone that is thinking of buying, I'd get in there early. But in theory, yeah, we can ship right up until the 22nd of December.
Just up until the Royal Mail limits. Fantastic. So good. So that's great. So we can obviously see those products and more in your booth over the weekend. So drop in and out and have a look at those. So as a final sort of ideas for people watching, what sort of ways or inspiring gifts might you come up with that you offer people that they might want to get for Christmas? What would you?
Oh well, it's such a huge range. I mean, I think for blokes we offer quite unique products in that it is something you do struggle to get out on the high street. So we've got, I guess, our main upcycled things. I mean, obviously we've got World War II planes.
Yeah.
Cufflinks made from the Berlin Wall. They're always quite. You've got the colourful graffiti on them. And then actually, what is selling? I have some HMS Trioke.
Okay.
Yeah. So So they're sort of the gifts for the men, as it were. And then the Clarice clip is very popular with the ladies. And also the meteorite range, one of those pendants on. A
Yes.
lot of the stuff we do is sort of quite sort of statement jewelry, but these are, so this is made from a 2 billion-year-old meteorite.
Oh, okay.
And they're very popular just because they're sort of a bit dainty, much near.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's it really, and the inspiration from your products really comes from the the unique design of them, but also the story behind them, isn't it? Really, they're not products that you see in in many
no,
jewelers.
exactly. It's just, yeah. I mean, we like everything to have a story. I mean, we do sell sort of, I guess, your more traditional gemstones jewelry and cufflinks, but you can get those places. But yeah,
Yeah,
so what is unique to us is the things that we upcycle.
we yeah, that's great. Yeah, and that's taking off really well, and it really and certainly all over LinkedIn. I see your
LinkedIn will be proud of
your
me after this
products. Yeah,
conference.
brilliant. Great. Well, it was fantastic talking to you this morning, Zoe. So look forward to looking at your booth and everything else that you've got on offer.
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be a great experience. Certainly something we've not done before.
Yeah, yeah. So
The,
great.
the benefit of COVID, obviously, it's forced us all into trying new things.
Trying new things, coming online, yeah, and so yeah, we've put together some entertainment and some shopping and some art, so people can browse and enjoy.
Excellent.
Fantastic. Okay, right. Well, great to speak with you, and I'll speak to you soon, Zoe.